Hello and welcome. I want you to take a deep breath. Just let it out. Let go of the rush of the morning, the stress of the emails waiting in your inbox, the mental checklist that's been running in the background of your mind since you woke up. Today, we are going to go on a journey. It's a journey based on a profound way of looking at the world, inspired by the book Simplify Your Life by Werner Tiki Kustenmacher and Lothar J. Seward. Now, usually, when we talk about simplifying, we think about cleaning out the garage or deleting old apps from our phones. And sure, that's part of it. But today, I want to take you much deeper. I want to offer you a new metaphor for your life. I want you to close your eyes for a second, if you're not driving, of course, and imagine a landscape. It's a bit misty, early morning light. And looming in front of you is a massive structure. It's a pyramid. This is the pyramid of life. This pyramid isn't just a pile of stones, it's a map of your existence. It has 7 levels, 7 tiers. And the goal of our time together today is to climb this pyramid, level by level, starting from the solid material ground and moving upward toward the spiritual summit. As we climb, the air will get thinner and clearer. The noise of the world below will fade. And by the time we reach the top, the goal is for you to feel lighter, not because you've ignored your problems, but because you've understood what you can let go of. So, let's walk towards the base of this pyramid. We are entering the first level. This is the ground floor of your life. It's the level of things, material possessions. It starts here because this is what we see. It's the physical manifestation of our internal state. You walk into this first chamber of the pyramid, and what do you see? For many of us, it's a chaotic scene. Piles of paper on a desk. Clothes spilling out of a wardrobe. Drawers filled with cables that don't plug into anything anymore. The authors of Simplify Your Life argue that we are bogged down by the sheer volume of our possessions. We think we own these things, but in reality they own us. Every object you own demands a slice of your attention. It needs to be cleaned, stored, insured, repaired, or moved. When you have 10,000 items, which is average for a modern household, your attention is fractured into 10,000 tiny pieces. So, how do we clear this level? We have to start with the desk. The workspace. It's the cockpit of your life. If the cockpit is a mess, the plane can't fly straight. The script suggests a technique that is brutally effective, the Eisenhower matrix, adapted for clutter. You look at that pile of papers, that mountain of delayed decisions, and you divide a table into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1 is the trash can. Be ruthless. Old catalogs, receipts you don't need, scribbled notes that make no sense. Throw them away. The act of throwing away is not just physical, it's symbolic. You are telling your subconscious, I am in control. I do not need this crutch. Quadrant 2 is for delegation. What is on your desk that shouldn't be there? Who can you pass this to? Quadrant 3 is for the important stuff, the things you actually need to do. And Quadrant 4? That's for immediate action. If it takes less than 3 minutes, do it now. Don't file it. Do it. As you clear this physical space, you'll notice something strange happening. The air in the room feels different. You feel a surge of energy. This isn't magic, it's psychology. A clear space allows for a clear mind. You are essentially hacking your brain by cleaning your room. You are proving to yourself that you can create order out of chaos. And once you master the desk, you move to the closet, then the garage. You stop being a curator of a museum of your past self, holding on to clothes that don't fit or hobbies you abandoned 10 years ago, and you start making room for who you are today. Now, having cleared a path through the clutter, we find a staircase. We ascend to the second level of the pyramid. The air here feels a bit heavier, charged with anxiety. This is the level of finances. Money. It's the great source of stress for almost everyone. But here's the twist: the authors present financial complexity is often a symptom of emotional clutter. We tend to think, if I just had more money, my life would be simple. But that's rarely true. If you can't manage $1,000, you can't manage $1 million. The chaos just scales up. To simplify this level, we have to look at our money blocks. These are the subconscious scripts we run. Maybe you grew up hearing, money is the root of all evil, or rich people are greedy. If you believe that, subconsciously, you will sabotage your own success because you don't want to be evil or greedy. Simplifying finances starts with lifting the fog. You need to know exactly what is coming in and exactly what is going out. It sounds boring, I know. But clarity is power. The authors suggest creating a freedom account, not a rainy day fund, which implies bad things are coming, but a freedom fund. And here is a counterintuitive piece of advice from the book. If you want to improve your financial flow, you have to let go of the death grip you have on your money. Money needs to circulate. This doesn't mean spending recklessly. It means paying bills with gratitude for the services received rather than resentment. It means donating a small percentage to charity to affirm to yourself that you have enough. It's about shifting from a mindset of scarcity, where you're always terrified of running out, to a mindset of abundance. When you stop worrying about every penny, you free up mental bandwidth to actually create value, which, ironically, usually leads to making more money. Let's keep climbing. We are leaving the heavy atmosphere of finances and stepping up to the third level. This level is tricky. It's invisible, yet it rules our lives. This is the level of time. How often have you said, I don't have time? The authors remind us of a harsh truth. We all have exactly the same amount of time. 24 hours. Einstein had 24 hours. Oprah has 24 hours. You have 24 hours. The problem isn't a lack of time, it's a lack of focus and an abundance of distractions. On this level of the pyramid, we confront the demon of procrastination. The book uses a brilliant metaphor here, the plank. Imagine a wooden plank on the ground. It's 30 feet long. You could walk across it easily, right? No problem. Now, imagine that same plank suspended between two skyscrapers, hundreds of feet in the air. Suddenly you're paralyzed. You can't move. Your heart races. The task hasn't changed, it's still just walking across a plank. But the stakes have changed in your mind. You've turned a simple task into a life or death situation. This is what we do with our work. We inflate the importance of a report or a phone call until it feels like walking between skyscrapers. We freeze. We procrastinate. To simplify time, we must lower the plank. We have to take the drama out of the task. Tell yourself, I'm just going to work on this for 5 minutes. Make the task small, safe, and manageable. Another huge part of simplifying time is the art of saying no. Every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you are saying no to yourself. You are cluttering your time with other people's priorities. The script offers a toolkit for saying no gracefully. You can say, I have a rule that I don't work on weekends, or let me check my schedule and get back to you, which buys you time to gather your courage. Reclaiming your time is about setting boundaries. It's about realizing that you are the architect of your day, not the victim of it. We are climbing higher now. We've cleared the clutter, organized our money, and reclaimed our time. Now we reach the fourth level, the level of health. This isn't about running marathons or adhering to impossible diets. That's complex. We want simple. This level is about listening to the body. The body is the vehicle that carries you up this pyramid. If you ignore it, you don't go anywhere. The simplification of health comes down to basics that we often ignore. Water. Most of us are chronically dehydrated, which leads to fatigue and brain fog. The simplest health hack? Drink water immediately upon waking. Then there is movement. Not exercise, in the sense of a grueling gym session, but movement. The authors talk about the joy of using your body. Stretching like a cat when you wake up. Taking the stairs instead of the elevator, not because you have to, but because you can. And sleep. In our hustle culture, sleep is often the first thing to go. But simplifying your health means respecting the recovery process. It means creating a sanctuary for sleep, dark, cool, quiet. It's about the power nap. Even 10 or 15 minutes in the afternoon can reset your brain. Think of your health not as a chore list, but as a relationship. You are building a friendship with your own physical form. When you treat your body with kindness rather than whipping it into submission, it responds with energy. And you need that energy, because the next level requires a different kind of strength. We ascend to level 5. The view is getting wider now. We are looking at the web of connections around us. This is the level of social relationships and family. Relationships can be the greatest source of joy, but they are often the greatest source of clutter. We hold on to toxic friendships out of habit. We harbor grudges against family members that weigh us down like lead in a backpack. Simplifying relationships involves a concept called social decluttering. Just as you cleaned your desk, you need to look at your social circle. Who are the people who drain you? Who are the people who lift you up? You are allowed to let go of relationships that no longer serve you. You don't have to have a dramatic blowout, you can just let them drift. But the biggest weight on this level is envy. Envy is a complex, sticky emotion that tells us we aren't enough. The book suggests a powerful reframe. When you feel envy, it's actually a signal. It's your subconscious showing you what you want. Instead of hating the person who has what you want, ask, how can I learn from them? Turn envy into admiration and mentorship. And then there is family. The parents. The siblings. The old wounds. The authors suggest that you can't change your parents, especially as they age. You can only change your reaction to them. Simplifying here means acceptance. It means realizing that your parents are just people, flawed and struggling like everyone else. Forgiveness isn't about letting them off the hook, it's about cutting the cord that tethers you to the past. It's about you being free to climb higher. Now we reach the 6th level. It's intimate here. Quiet. This is the level of the couple, your partner, your significant other. Why is this so high up the pyramid? Because our romantic partnerships are often the mirror of our deepest selves. If this relationship is cluttered with resentment, silence, and misunderstanding, it clouds everything else. The book touches on the idea that men and women often communicate differently, the classic Mars and Venus dynamic. Men often want to solve problems, women often want to be heard. Simplifying your relationship means stopping the game of expecting your partner to be a mind reader. There is a profound concept here, the relationship account. Every positive interaction, a compliment, a touch, a small act of service, is a deposit. Every criticism, every ignored text, every eye roll is a withdrawal. If you are overdrawn, the relationship goes bankrupt. Simplifying love means getting back to basics. It means establishing rituals. A regular date night. A daily check-in where you don't talk about logistics or the kids, but about how you are feeling. It also means giving each other space. 2 whole people make a healthy couple, not 2 halves trying to make a whole. And let's not shy away from the physical aspect. The script mentions releasing sexual energy. In a long-term relationship, intimacy can become routine or forgotten. Simplifying here means removing the pressure of performance and returning to connection, touch, and playfulness. It's about rediscovering the person you fell in love with beneath the layers of daily responsibility. And finally, we climb the last steps. The air is crystalline. We are at the summit. Level 7. This is the level of the self. Here, at the top of the pyramid, we find the answer to the question, who am I? When you strip away the clutter of possessions, the stress of money, the busyness of time, the fatigue of the body, And the drama of relationships, what is left? This is the core of you. The authors introduce the concept of finding your life's purpose. It's often visualized as a crystal inside you, something solid, bright, and unique. Many of us spend our lives ignoring this crystal because we are too busy managing the lower levels of the pyramid. But once you simplify those lower levels, the light of this crystal can finally shine through. To help understand this self, the book references the Enneagram, a system of personality types. It suggests that we all have a default way of seeing the world, a specific lens. Maybe you are a perfectionist, type 1, driven by a need to do things right. Maybe you are a helper, type 2, defining yourself by what you do for others. Maybe you are an achiever, type 3, an individualist, type 4, or an observer, type 5. Understanding your type isn't about putting yourself in a box. It's about understanding the box you are already in so you can climb out of it. It simplifies your internal world because you stop judging yourself for being who you are. You realize, oh, I'm not broken, I'm just a type 6 who seeks security. At this summit, simplification becomes spiritual. It's about connecting with something larger than yourself. Whether you call it God, the universe, or nature, this connection provides the ultimate context for your life. It makes the problems of the lower levels seem small. Imagine standing at the very top of this pyramid now. Look down. You can see the tiers below you. You can see your desk, your bank account, your calendar, your body, your friends, your partner. But you are not those things. You are the observer. You are the consciousness at the peak. From this vantage point, you realize that the journey of simplification wasn't about deprivation. It wasn't about having less for the sake of having less. It was about making room for more. More peace. More joy. More purpose. As we prepare to descend back into the world, bring this feeling with you. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's not simple, that's stressful. Just pick one area. Maybe today, you just clear off your desk. Maybe tomorrow, you drink that extra glass of water. Maybe the next day you say no to a commitment that drains you. Start small. Trust the process. The pyramid is there, waiting for you to climb it. And the view from the top? It is absolutely worth it. Thank you for listening. Go out there, clear the path, and simplify your life.